Okay, so next move we're going to go through is the hook. You start off in your guard position. Now with a hook, you drop your hand forward very slightly. Yeah? Turn your elbow up as your body rotates into the move. So your power from the hook, once again, is not generated just by the arm. It's generated by your legs turning your whole body into the move. Yeah? A common mistake with a hook that you'll find is people do this. They just swing their arm around. Problems with this are, when you drop your arm and swing like that, you're telegraphing a move, you're telling your opponent exactly what you're about to do, so they've got plenty of time to block it. Also, you're putting your shoulder at a bit of risk, so the best way to do this is to just drop and spin. So your hook wants to come through there, yeah? Rather than through there. Once again, you'll find people will do the dance with their legs. Usually because one of your cues is going to be to lift the heel as they turn. So people think, I've got to lift the heel. But the lifting the heel is not because you're lifting the heel. The lifting of the heel is because you're pushing your body around. So it's better to tell people to push their body around and allow the heel to lift, rather than saying, lift your heel. Proper, improper. Okay, next move we're going to go through is the uppercut. An uppercut, same thing, you drop down slightly and then you drive up. Drive your hips, drive up into the opponent's jaw. Yeah? Common mistakes you're going to find with the uppercut are, once again, the dancing leg. And also people coming down really far like this. And in a fitness class scenario, people tend to do this sort of thing, which is very weak, doesn't recruit the muscles you want to recruit, it doesn't use your core at all doing that move, and it looks pathetic. So you want to come using your hips to punch up through your opponent's jaw. The next move we're going to go through is the front kick. So, the front kick comes up, punches out, bad balance. The front kick comes up, punches out, comes back in, and sits back down. Now, the idea with the front kick is you're kicking with the ball of your toes, so your toes are curled back and you're striking with this part of your leg. Yeah? So you want to come up and punch through. Okay. Common mistakes with the front kick are timing issues. You see people doing some sort of thing where they kick up like that, kick up like this. Hard for me to do, but anyway. The front kick wants to come up and over, as if there's a bar in front of your leg, kicking up and over the bar. Yep. And then you punch out. As you extend, you don't just extend your leg, you gotta push your hips into the move. Yep. Yep. So I guess that's a good cue, is for people to come up and over a bar that's just under their legs there. Yeah. And another one is to cue the hips, punching forward, and then getting people to work on their timing, so that they're not sort of putting the hips out and then kicking the leg. It's quite a funny look, but you'll spot it in your classes. Okay, elbows. Elbows, very similar technique to your hooks, except you're using your elbow. So once again, you're not just using the arm to strike, you're putting your hips and body into the move. Yeah? Also got the ascending elbow. Ascending elbow is straight up like this, but once again, put your hips into the move. Okay, so next we have the Tai Kick. Tai Kick, you're aiming to use the top part of your shin to kick with. Yeah. We also call this roundhouse kick, but the way that I do it is less of a roundhouse kick, more of a Tai Kick. Difference being is roundhouse kicks tend to use more of the foot to attack with, and I find that using your foot to attack with, it's easy to stick your elbow into someone's leg as it's coming in and do a bit of damage to their foot. So if you come in a bit closer and use your shin, you don't get that problem. Now, the power generated from this kick, once again, it all comes from the hips. You've got to make sure, you can see my foot down here, this heel needs to spin to face your opponent. Now, I'm over-exaggerating. You wouldn't actually spin all the way around like that because you're putting yourself at a weird balance point. But just for effect and just to explain the move to people, it's a good idea to tell them they need to get that heel right around. Okay. Now, some fitness classes will tell you to set the heel in and then kick. All right. I don't agree with that. That's silly. That's not how the move works in a martial arts environment. And I've never seen somebody hurt their leg executing a kick properly. So what you need to do is spin on the ball of your foot. You lift your heel, you spin, and you land your heel as you strike it back. So lift, spin, land. Perfect. Common mistakes you're going to see with this kick are people leaving the foot front on. Now, the dangers of that are that the knee is under a lot of strain, or can be under a lot of strain when the whole body's moving around and the foot's in place. So that's a pretty important safety cue. That's about it, really. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, good.